Conference Championship weekend. Both games on Sunday this weekend. No more Saturday games until next year. I enjoyed the Saturday and Sunday games. You know, I have football all weekend, but it is just narrowed down to 2 games, right? 4 teams left. We will have Tampa Bay at Green Bay, and we will finish it off on Sunday evening with Buffalo at Kansas City. Exciting matchups, guys. Both teams can score. We'll see what happens here. I'll be going over both games, of course, breaking them down and giving my predictions if I do have the one, and then obviously leaving you guys off with the teaser, which has been incredibly hot for months now. Last week, a little recap on last week. Wasn't the best week from me personally on personal plays. We did go overall, I think 1-4. I had the Ravens. I thought the Ravens were going to win that game, guys. Especially at plus money. I got Ravens at plus 130. You know, they had a chance. They were hanging around. It was 10-3. When it was 10-3, they were at the 10-yard line, and Lamar threw that interception. So, you know, again, Lamar's showing that he's not clutch. He is not good in big playoff games. And then he gets hurt in the fourth, so he couldn't redeem himself. He couldn't come back. He had no chance of coming back and showing. Their defense held up, right? Baltimore's defense played well. You know, only allowing Buffalo to score 17 points. Josh Allen just over 200 yards. So that definitely wasn't the problem. The problem was the offense. You know, Lamar wasn't able to run like some of us thought he may be able to. The Buffalo played solid defense, and it showed. It showed there. And then I was on the Saints as well. Saints -3. Again, had a chance to win. They had a nice drive, I think, coming down in the third. Cook fumbled. I think they were, you know, on the maybe 40, 30-yard line of Tampa Bay. And then Breeze threw a couple interceptions late, and Tampa Bay sealed it with the win. So, you know, I am obviously disappointed. I wanted to win those games, but it was mistakes. It wasn't like the other team pounded or you know, beat New Orleans and Baltimore. They beat themselves, and it's tough to see that, especially when, you know, like a team like Baltimore. I don't really bet on Baltimore. I rarely bet on Baltimore. I just thought it was a great spot for them, coming against a team that's not experienced in the playoffs, and you know, they were playing well, Baltimore. And then the Saints, you know, I liked how they were playing. I think the late loss of Murray and Hill did not help. That I didn't see that coming. That came on Sunday. That obviously didn't help, and then just Breeze didn't show up at the end. We hit a teaser last week for you guys again, KC and Green Bay. So yeah, these teaser videos, they're also personal play teaser as well. But these teasers, I don't think I missed one in about 2 months. So hopefully you guys jumped on that. Let's update here. Updated long-term run. 58-31 on the season, guys. 65% run. 8 out of the last 9 profitable weeks. 8 out of the last 9. So we want to try to finish it out strong here. I knew some regression was going to come, obviously, and that's how it is in the sports handicapping world. You're going to have runs, but I usually sustain longer runs, unlike some. So we had some really good runs the past 2-3 months, and now a little regression has come, and it's expected. I'm used to it. I've been doing this for a while. Guys, please like and subscribe to the channel and to the video if you haven't. Also, check out systemsportscapping.com for more information on updated packages, and you can see all my updated records on all sports. Like I mentioned before, I cap all sports pretty much, so look out for those. Let's get right into it, guys. We're going to get right into it, starting with Tampa Bay at Green Bay. Green Bay -3. I think it moved to 3.5. I got it at 3. Total 51. Total 51 here. And you look at the total, you're like 51. Yeah, it should get over. But there's some concerns in this game with weather. We'll get all into that right now. Great matchup we have here, guys. Rodgers versus Brady. Conference championship, right? In Green Bay, in the cold and possibly snow. Picture perfect. Brady, Rodgers, cold, possible snow. Can't ask for much more, guys. That could be the big storyline here in this game, the weather. We don't know yet if it's going to snow. We know it's going to be freezing cold. Definitely no doubt about that. And obviously any snow or cold weather will favor Green Bay overall, right? Don't think Brady will be affected as much just because obviously previously he's been playing in New England and he played in many snow games. So I'm not worried about that. But at the end of the day, it favors Green Bay. They're playing at home. They're used to this weather. Tampa Bay's not. Most of their team isn't. So you got to look at that. Weather concerns. Watch the weather up to game time. But that is going to favor Green Bay here. We've seen Rodgers and this Green Bay offense have no trouble versus the best defense last week. This Rams defense was top in the league, and Aaron Rodgers did not care. Aaron Rodgers is just on a different planet right now. And, led the number one scoring offense, points per game. And they're first, right? First in points per game. And in turnovers allowed, which is huge in my opinion. They have turned over the ball the least out of any team in the NFL, which is huge in playoff games. If you don't turn the ball over, you will be a very tough team to beat, in my opinion. And it showed last week in the Saints and Ravens games, right? Turnovers were killers, and that's what lost them the game. The Bucs play the run well, right? They stop the run very well, first during the regular season at 3.6 yards per game. And the Packers ran fairly well, very well actually, at 135 yards per game. That's up there, top 10 in the league. Kamara was able to run fairly well last week. So we'll see how Jones and Williams do against this rush D. Rodgers will be looking to throw a lot, though, in this one. It didn't work that well last time out in Tampa Bay. However, I don't see that obviously specifically happening again. Remember, Tampa Bay cruised to a blowout victory, 38-10 in Tampa. Green Bay played horrible, though. They just played horrible. It was one of those games. Bucs got out to a big lead and scored a lot of points early. And I'm not going to look at that game too much here when capping this, but you do got to look at some variables and take a look at what exactly happened in that one. Points per game are about the same. You can see the stats here for both teams. We can see a lot of scoring in this one. However, I will want to wait until the weather is confirmed before making any bets on the total here. I suggest you do as well. Both teams scoring over 30 a game, and both allowing around the same at 22, right? So the numbers are showing both teams are fairly even. The home field for Green Bay, I do think, is a big factor here for them. But I'll be waiting to see how the weather is before pulling the trigger on any props or totals. Just a little rundown on props, guys. I do bet a lot of props. Another profitable year in props for me. I expect Adams to have a bigger game, obviously, than last week when he was on Ramsey Island. But Tampa doesn't have a shutdown guy, so I'll be looking at some Adams props in this one, waiting for it to come out. I haven't done my prop research as of yet. I expect Lazard to be involved. Obviously, their tight end as well. It doesn't really matter. Whoever's open, Rodgers fine. So I don't think, Lazard, their tight end. They have a couple other wide receivers as well who get in there in rotation. On the Tampa side of it, it's tough to look at the running backs as they both get carries. Jones came back, ran well. Fournette, he's in there as well. He catches out of the backfield a little more than Jones. So you may want to take a look at that. And Tampa Bay player props are just very tough, guys. That's my advice to you guys. Tampa Bay player props, stay away from them. Just because there's so many mouths to feed. There's so many guys that can go over, go under. You got so many guys that can catch the ball, can run the ball. I say stay away from Tampa props. That's my opinion. But we got a good game here, guys. Can't wait. Two legends at QB in the cold in January. Sign me up for this one. I'm going to be excited to watch it. And you guys should be as well. Next game, AFC Championship, guys. Buffalo at Kansas City. Kansas City -3. Kansas City -3. Total 54. Another fun matchup we have here, guys. Both teams can score. Mahomes has been trending in the right direction all week. I just got a message, as of I've seen right now, he is going to play. He did clear concussion protocol. So Bills Mafia won't be too happy about that. But yeah, just a shout out to Bills Mafia. I did see that they donated to Lamar Jackson's charity, like over 150,000. That's crazy. True fans over there. I've been to Buffalo Bills games with Ravens gear on, without Ravens gear on. I've been to multiple Buffalo Bills games, and they have a great fan base over there. Very exciting fans, very dedicated to the team. So it's definitely great to see that they made it this far. Yeah, so he is confirmed back. I just see the text. Remember, I'm filming this Friday afternoon. So he wasn't for sure playing, but he's been practicing all week. Now it is guaranteed. Last time these two played, regular season, they did play. KC won 26-17 in a lower scoring game. That was earlier in the season. I do think the Bills have improved since then. This total is high, right? I won't be playing the over in this game. However, just look at some of these offensive numbers. So it's hard to stay away from this over. Points per game, Bills 30.3, Kansas City 29.1. High passing yards, rush yards in the middle, but we know both teams love to throw first, and both teams allowing 22 points per game. Bills defense has been playing better as of late, and it showed last week in a huge game against the Ravens. They were able to limit Lamar Jackson in both rushing and passing. But Mahomes isn't Lamar Jackson, right? So we can't really look at that too much. This is the Bills' first time in the conference finals since 1993, guys. Unlike the Chiefs, who were here last year and coming off a Super Bowl, a game away from the bowl, the big Super Bowl, the Bills will need to have another big defense performance, right? They were able to obviously stop the Ravens, like I mentioned. They're a little more one-dimensional, though, on their offense, right? More focus on the run. Mahomes will be able to throw on the secondary as we haven't seen a defense that can stop it, right? Williams actually ran well. Damian Williams ran well last week for them. Hilaire, I don't know if Edwards-Helaire is back. He could be back for this one. I haven't checked as of yet, but if he's back, that will give him another boost. One good thing about the Bills' pass D, if you look at it, they didn't allow that many big plays this year. Tied 6 for allowing only 44 completions of over 20 yards plus. It's something to look at here. KC is built off 20-plus yard plays, so definitely look at that. Bills' overall defense really started to come together at the end of the year. 5th in passer rating allowed to the QB and 7th in interceptions. White will probably get the task to face Tyreek Hill. Obviously, Hill is quicker, but yes, White can slow him down. White is one of the better cornerbacks in the league. I do think Kelsey will be very targeted in this one, and may be Mahomes' favorite guy. He usually is anyways, but I'm just saying he may not look at Hill as much if White can lock him down. And I think Chiefs are going to look to run again. They had success in it. Indy had a lot of success against the Bills running with Taylor. So definitely take a look at that. Some other things, Bills have improved their pass rush as well. 4 sacks last week in a big game. But I wouldn't suggest blitzing on Mahomes, guys. First against the blitz with passer rating of 134.2. That's retarded. So I don't think Bills are going to want to blitz Mahomes too much. Let's talk a little bit about Josh Allen. I got to give him some praise, guys, before I finish this up here. What a season from the kid. Couldn't do much against a solid Ravens D. However, did enough and made some timely throws when needed and found his best guy in Diggs. He didn't make any mistakes, which was key as well in a big game in the playoffs. He's definitely in the MVP talk. I think he'll fall short to either Rodgers or Mahomes, which is my opinion. Diggs was such a big reason why Allen had such a great season. Impressive year from him, and he should show up again here. Diggs. I don't see anyone, on KC that can shut him down. Crazy stat from last week, guys. Allen only had 206 passing yards, and Diggs had 106 of them with the TD. So you can see how much he relies on Stefon Diggs. Great signing by Buffalo. Impressive year. I definitely see him showing up in this game. Beast, Stefon Diggs is. What a beast. Breeland and Snead should be following him around in this one. They'll definitely need to keep a close eye on him. Issue is the run game for them. Moss is a big loss, like I mentioned in previous videos. KC should know this and expect what's coming. Pass, and more passing. So, that's why I'll be looking at KC in this one, guys. It's going to be a good battle in my opinion, but I am leaning KC. I do have a future play on KC to win the AFC, so I'm going to continue to roll with KC, and I would lean on the under. Last teaser of the year, guys. Last teaser of the year. Let's make it. I'm not 100% unsure on this, but I think it's 2 months. I don't think we've missed a teaser in over 2 months, guys. Let's try to end this very strong. We're just going to go with the two favorites and tease them up. Green Bay plus 3.5, KC plus 3.5. All right, guys, that will do it for the second last video of 2021 and this NFL season. It's been another profitable season. We started off slow, and then we went on a smoking run to end the season. Like I mentioned earlier, big Super Bowl video planned, so look out for that in a couple weeks. I'm excited for that one. We'll be doing all props bets for that. I do a lot of crazy props. We had a really good Super Bowl last year, so hopefully looking to continue that. All right, guys, check out my UFC videos. UFC videos will be each week, and in NFL, obviously, the Super Bowl will be coming shortly, so look out for that. All right, guys, like I always say, bet smart and know your limits. Take care.